Hi, I'm Rourke Zimmer, and this is the strategic analysis presentation by Theodore Franke, Paul Liedva, Joshua Rodriguez, Richard Trujillo, and Rourke Zimmer. For our strategic analysis presentation, our group looked at Intel, an international company with a touchdown point located in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Intel exists to create a world-changing technology that enriches the lives of every person on Earth. And they do this by engineering solutions for our customers' greatest challenges with reliable cloud-to-edge computing inspired by Moore's Law. When researching through various articles discussing strategies Intel has been working to implement recently, we came across this article. Intel's new roadmap draws skepticism from analysts who say new strategy needed. The article takes a dive into Intel's high-performance chips and their current strategy pertaining to their value chain cycle. In the article, the two main strategies Intel has been working with are differentiation strategy and vertical integration. In the article, one can see how these strategies focus on the design Intel uses for developing their chips and the in-house outsourcing process they utilize. The article takes the position of looking at how Intel strategies size up to their competitors, Advanced Micro Devices Incorporated and Aveda Corporation. Now we'll take a look at Intel's strategy. Currently, Intel has employed a differentiation strategy when it comes to designing processor chips. Here, instead of trying to make low-cost processor chips and try to sell at high quantities, Intel has worked to improve the performance of their processor chips. This high performance helps them to stand apart from their competitors, while also allowing them to increase the price they can sell their chips for. In return, this is allowing Intel to grab market share from Advanced Micro Devices, NVIDIA, and etc. The other strategy Intel has run with is upstream vertical integration by moving their manufacturing processes in-house, which not only helps them keep their trade secrets in processor chip design close to their chest, but also allows them to intertwine Moore's Law into assembly of processor chips. Moore's Law being the ability to increase the speed and capacity of their computers every couple of years, while also allowing for Intel to pay less for each computer. Both Intel's differentiation strategy and vertical integration have been heavily supported by the help of Intel's strong R&D team, who have worked tirelessly to continuously engineer their processor chips with cutting-edge technology. This all being said, Intel has a few hiccups in their manufacturing process, and they have found themselves with a delay in their shrinkage of their 10 nanometer chip into the 7 nanometer chip, which has been a large hit on Intel's competitive advantage, leading to them being outsourced in the production to Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company Limited, who have been able to take chips all the way down to a 5 nanometer level. Intel has also been able to start regaining this competitive advantage with the support of their data center group, a group in Intel with the ability to increase their compound annual growth from 8% to 10%, a figure helping to increase their overall market share. All this leading to Intel finding themselves within a transitional period, a place executive Raja Kudri explains, "We are going through a massive cultural and mindset change in order to shift to a software-first approach to hardware architecture and design." Now, Theodore will investigate Intel's strategic concepts.
Intel's first strategic concept to view is their differentiation strategy. This strategy is taken on by companies like Intel, who are looking to create competitive advantage by providing the customer with value from the product that other products on the market just don't have. This value has been found from the product's ability to do something unique, be more readily available, last longer than other products on the market, or even just the ease of being able to obtain it. Items such as Intel reducing its processor size, so consumers do not have to carry around such chunky pieces of equipment. Seeing how Intel is differentiated with offering a different set of product features, it is important to mention that the three various ways companies can add value, this way is by getting the product to do a better job. It which allows it to do more jobs or also getting it to do a unique job. So moving into vertical integration, we can see that this is where companies like Intel work with their value chain and business processes to determine if forward integration, backward integration is viable. Here, a company may decide to start selling their products on their own or manufacture certain parts of their value chain. Where outsourcing is the exact opposite of vertical integration and allows for a company to move these processes out of its confines and competencies to an outside business to perform the process for them. All this being said, why does a company like Intel decide to vertically integrate? One reason is the firm already can host these processes or do it better than other companies. So they're better off doing it themselves. Another reason can be that the processes work hand in hand with other actions the business is already taking. They find having the vertically integrated business in-house provides performance. Lastly, it allows them to control intellectual property costs, product movements, etc. Better than outsourcing these processes. While all these advantages tend to help the business, it's important to understand vertical integration can come at the cost of the inability to quickly make modifications in order to keep up with the ever-changing economy, especially in the technology sector where processes become outdated very quickly. The other cost is found with the lack of control over all the activities a business has when it is trying to maintain numerous divisions. Next, we will delve into how Intel uses these strategies.
So over the years, Intel has battled with strategy of differentiation advantage when they build their processor chips, where in previous years, this has allowed Intel's top line of processors to outperform the leading processors put into the market by Advanced Micro Devices, Inc. The differentiation strategy has even been able to establish a competitive advantage by providing the consumer with better quality and reliability alongside maintaining a strong brand image. Intel has done this through shrinking their chip architecture every 2 years while increasing its performance, just like Moore's law strives for. By bringing their manufacturing processes in-house and allowing them to spread their fixed administration and R&D costs along more products, Intel was able to achieve economies of scale. But however, with a recent change of events concerning manufacturing struggles in processor size and companies like Advanced Micro Devices, Inc. and NVIDIA outsourcing this production process to companies like a Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company and major computer design companies like Apple no longer outsourcing their processor chips. Intel may be digging their own grave with manufacturing their own processor chips, which has slowly been killing their competitive advantage and destroying the quality and brand image they worked tirelessly to build. While Intel has chosen to keep their cards close to their chest by vertically integrating many of their manufacturing processes, they have slowly lost a competitive advantage on another front. With the technology industry prone to quick shifts in processes and the sector moving into a stronger outsourcing environment, this has begun to hurt Intel. One key advantage to Intel's entire business model is its reliance on Moore's law, and with outsourcing on the rise, it has become increasingly more difficult to apply it to the processor chip section, thus endorsing Intel to consider a vertical specialized approach that will lead to Intel outsourcing their processor chip production to companies like Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company. Finally, Joshua will discuss our recommendations for Intel.
Seeing as though the data center group has been able to transform itself into a 30 billion per year business and can increase their market share all the way up to 255 billion, while also allowing it to find success with a differentiation strategy, the data center group is poised to be a star business operation for Intel and allow them to gain a competitive advantage with the tools they already have on hand. The other item we suggest is for Intel to develop an outsourcing strategy when it comes to manufacturing their processor chips. This will allow Intel to counteract the losses they're facing with competitors outsourcing their processor chip production. While Intel's strong research and development combined with the ability to fix the processor chip size issues by contracting with companies such as Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company Limited, Intel will once again be able to develop a competitive advantage through a differentiation strategy. With these recommendations, this will conclude our presentation over Intel and the strategies they have been implementing.